Audio Jungle.
In the second part of my story, I'm going to start by telling you the story of Ma Kushmunda. Now, on the fourth day of Navratri, we worship to Ma Kushmunda. After getting married to Shiv, Parvati began living on the icy cold Mount Kailas with him. But did you know that there is an avatar of the goddess who went to live inside the sun? Oof! Now that must have been really hot, burning hot. Then again, she's a goddess and the heat did not harm her. This story goes way back in time, much before the goddess was reborn as Sati and Parvati, much before the universe even existed. Back to when there was only darkness all around. Adi Shakti, the supreme goddess who sometimes appeared as a delightful dot of light. So the entire universe, well, there wasn't any universe, there was just nothing but darkness. At that time, the sun was nothing but a pitch dark sphere. It was just a black sphere. He had seen the goddess whiz past as a flash of light every now and then. One such time, he called out to her, "Oh Adi Shakti, have you ever thought of staying in one place?" No, she said. He asked again, "Okay, but would you want to make my sphere your base?" Should I? She wondered. I don't know, but each time I see your light, I feel happy. If you come and stay inside a dark sphere like me, we can brighten things up. His voice was filled with joy when he proposed this idea, even though Adi Shakti could not see his expression in all that darkness. She knew that he was smiling. That's a brilliant idea. Let's see how it works. So Adi Shakti was ready to try. So she created a new self called Kushmunda, who then went in to stay inside the dark sphere. Sitting in its center, Kushmunda flashed a radiant smile. In that moment, the black sphere turned into fiery golden orange sun that we now see in the sky. Look, goddess, it's magical. My whole sphere reflects and spreads the light from your smile. The sphere laughed joyously, and in that beaming moment, something else happened. Look, goddess, a glowing egg has formed around us. Yes, a universe is born. These are planets. These are the moons. In this vast space, galaxies abound. See these stars all around? Kushmunda revealed, still smiling and not moving her lips even when talking. And you in the center, giving them light and energy, are the sun. This is your solar system. Woohoo! I'm the happiest being in the world. Oops, I mean the universe, said the sun, shining blindingly. Oh my God! Isn't that wonderful? Now that's how our universe was born. So, in form of Kushmunda, the Ma tells us, I live inside you as creativity. Use your imagination and do new stuff, and you never know how it will light up your life. Wow! Now on the fifth day, we worship God Skandamata. After Parvati and Shiv were married and started living happily on Mount Kailas, they soon welcomed a son and they named him Skand. He was no ordinary boy. He had great powers even as a child, and it had been foretold that he would become an extraordinary warrior. Remember when Narad Muni had come to see Shailputri and told her about the demon Tarka? Now's the time. So when Skand grew up, all the gods came to Ma Parvati and said, now we need your son's help to defeat Tarka. When Skand went on the battlefield, Tarka made fun of him. Now look, the gods cannot defeat me, so they have sent a little boy. There is no need to laugh, Tarka, and no need to make fun of children. Skand rolled his eyes. Don't you know? A tiny snake can kill a large animal with a single bite. Now, true to his words, Skand was a very skillful fighter. He was blessed with all the weapons the god had given him. And Ma Parvati had also given him a special weapon, which she said you can use to defeat Tarka. Now Tarka saw that weapon and said, you know what? Forget about everything. I want that. I want that weapon right now. So Skand says, come on then, come and take it. When Tarka was distracted, Skand attacked him and down fell Tarka, and that was the end of him. In this form of Skandamata, what does Ma tell us? She tells us, I live inside you as love. Be kind and spread love wherever you go. This is the only way to make everyone happy. Now comes the next avatar, Ma Katyayani. On the 6th day of Navratri, we pray to Ma Katyayani. Now the fight between the Devs and the Asurs were constantly going on. One fight would end and the other would start. And Ma would keep on solving all these problems, and she would keep on helping the Devs. Now from these Asurs, there was this very, very ferocious Asur who was called Mahisasur. So now Mahisasur had to be defeated. Now he had a boon from Lord Brahma that no god or no man can kill him, no weapons can kill him. So Mata Katyayani was born. Do you know how? All the gods got together and they thought, now we can't defeat him, but we can create a power that can defeat him. So they combined all their powers and they created a new goddess. Now, while they were creating this goddess, a sage named Katyayan was watching all of this from a distance. When he saw this new goddess being formed, she was so vibrant. He just had this thought in his mind, I wish she was my daughter. So the gods granted his wish and they said, well, so she is your daughter and we name her Katyayani. Now, with her father's blessings and all the weapons and power from the gods, Katyayani went to defeat Mahisasur. Now, there was a fierceful fight between Mahisasur and Katyayani. She defeated the entire army of Mahisasur. Now was the turn of Mahisasur. But Katyayani could not defeat him in his all different forms. He could turn himself into any different form. He could be only killed in his Asur form. That was half buffalo and half Asur. Now he kept changing his forms. Finally, thinking that nobody can defeat me, he came in his true form, that was the buffalo form. Mata quickly jumped on his back and with one foot she put the buffalo's head straight down on the ground. With that shock, the buffalo was separated from the Asur. Ma Katyayani immediately attacked the Asur Mahisasur and killed him right there and there. That was the end of Mahisasur. In this avatar, what does Katyayani Ma tell us? In this form, Katyayani Ma says, I live inside you as determination. If you fail, don't give up. Try and try again, and you will surely do well in life. Isn't this wonderful? Now comes our next Mata, that is Ma Kalratri. On the 7th day, we worship to Ma Kalratri. She is the most fierceful of all the 9 goddesses. Now, Ma Kalratri was created by Parvati to go fight a two very dangerous Asurs, Shumbha and Nishumbha. They were brothers and the most fearful. They had taken away all the weapons of the gods. They had taken away all their gems, and they had thrown the gods out of the Devlok. Now Shumbha and Nishumbha, they had a very fearful Rakshas with them who was called Raktabij. Now Raktabij had a very strange boon. Whenever his blood fell on the ground, a new Raktabij, a fully grown Raktabij would be formed. So nobody could defeat him. So Ma Kalratri, you know what she did? She attacked Raktabij and wouldn't let a drop of blood fall on the ground. She would immediately drink it up. That was the most fearful thing. And you know what? Very soon Raktabij was defeated and he fell to the ground and died. Now Shumbha and Nishumbha saw this and they were super angry. They came and they told Kalratri, fight with us and we will defeat you. There was a fearful fight, but in the end Shumbha and Nishumbha were defeated as well, and Kalratri was victorious. Now in this form, what does Ma tell us? In this form, I live inside you as courage. Raktabij was like fear, which multiplies quickly. By drinking his blood, I made courage win. So, don't be afraid of anyone or anything. Be who you are. Isn't that wonderful? On the 8th day, we worship to Mahagauri. Mahagauri is the most calm avatar of Ma Durga. Now, do you remember Shailputri's skin had turned brown with all that sun burning her skin, all the dust and grime, all of that sticking to her body because she was sitting out and meditating? Well, after she finished meditation, she came to the river to wash off all the dirt and grime from her body. Well, she loved changing her skin color depending on what she thought made her look her best in each new avatar. That's the good thing, because if she looked the same in all her forms, how would you know who is who? So after her bath, Parvati got her fair skin back. In this form, she is known as Mahagauri, the great fair-skinned goddess. In this avatar, Ma tells us, I live inside you as fairness. No, not the one that's connected to the skin tone, but that fairness which makes you treat everyone and everything around you equally and with respect, just like nature does.